Hello, Badposts. This is Joswald. I'm here to do the Badposts HotSeat. I'll start off going in order. Bongo Bill asks, "How the hell do you suppose you'll follow up with those awesome videos with sweet graphical effects?" Very poorly. That's the only thing I have. DK Highwind wanted to know, you can have a vehicle, any vehicle, you don't need to worry about maintenance, fuel, staffing, ammo, want a Gundam, blah blah blah. I think a pretty simple answer, nothing too elaborate. I would probably just take a DeLorean, one of the 2012 model DeLoreans making electric cars now. So I would take a 2012 DeLorean model with all of the time travel components from Back to the Future on it. I think that would be really sweet. Or the other idea I had was the I don't remember. I had another one, but I can't think of it. I'll mention it if it comes back to me. I have $1 million, or the ability to, whenever I snap my fingers, have Natalie Portman appear carrying a silver tray with a single Dorito on it for you. Which would you choose? I guess it kind of depends what Natalie Portman does after I eat the Dorito. So if you want to expand more on that one, I'll give you a more educated answer. If I could add any particular element to an MMO, what would it be? A while ago, I played a little bit of an MMO called Dungeon Fighters Online, and it was like, I think maybe some of the, back in the day of Remod, some of the people played it with me. Thought that one was really cool because it was kind of just a 2D fighter with RPG elements in it as an MMO. My favorite exercise is probably longboarding, if that counts. I longboard a lot. Illinois is not really great for longboarding, but I got into it about 2 years ago, and I longboard quite a bit. I longboard to and from class, do longboarding trips all the time, just around town. Is there a book that makes me cry? I would say not. I don't really read books that much. Spleen asks, am I still doing improv? No. I tried out for the improv troupe here at Illinois State my freshman and sophomore years. I didn't make it in either time. They generally get about 50 to 60 people auditioning, and they usually only take 5 or 6 people each year. My freshman year, I made callbacks. They took 4 people, and I was their 5th choice. Sophomore year, I didn't get callbacks. I didn't really do that well, and this year, I decided that I had too much other stuff going on with my schedule, and I couldn't handle improv on top of job and classes and stuff. Odd Llama wants to know, what is a person who has made a large impact on your life outlook? One of the head chefs at the dining center where I work. He was just a real inspiration ever since I met him freshman year. A really friendly guy, always says hi to all the customers. He's got a great sense of optimism, and he's just a cool guy to talk to. And he's really been an inspiration. Dogs or cats? I would have to say dogs. I'm not much of a cat person. I don't mind cats, but I feel like they were always up to something and they can't be trusted. Most embarrassing moment? The first one that comes to mind is sophomore year in high school. I was scrolling through my iPod, walking in the crowd. You know how you kind of just follow the flow of the crowd wherever it goes? I was walking past the girls' locker room, and the stairwell that I meant to go up was right next to the locker room, and I wasn't looking at where I was going. I was looking at my iPod, and I actually turned and walked into the girls' locker room. I don't think anyone noticed, though, because no one really said anything, and I just kind of scurried out of there as quick as I could. Xenophil asks, how many people do I trust and who? That's a tough one. I've probably got 7 or 8 people that I really trust, I would say. 4 of my best friends who I've known all since grade school, I still talk to them. I would trust them. My one other roommate, one of the guys I live with now, he's a pretty trustworthy guy. Family, if that doesn't really count, I don't think. That's that. What is something you continuously read up on? I read up on games a lot. I have a Twitter account mostly just for people. I follow celebrities to see what they say. Um, I read up. I don't read up a lot on it a lot, but I get a lot of sports news because at the dining center I work at, the dorms that the dining center services are all the dorms that jocks live in, so they always have ESPN or Sports Center on. So I have a lot of sports news, but I don't really care about it that much aside from basketball. Maybe a little bit of hockey, but that's it. What is the best kind of juice? Oh, hold on. I don't know if this really counts as a juice, but this is Green River. It's a lime flavored soda. It used to be brewed locally in Chicago, but it's brewed, I think, in California now. But I don't know, it doesn't really count as a juice, but it's a really great drink. I drink it all the time. I always get like 7 or 8 bottles every time I go home to bring them back to school with me. This stuff is delicious. Mobilisque, I forget how we decided it was pronounced. Wanted me to describe the longest period of time I've ever stayed awake. I don't really know. Probably 2 years ago when my one of those guys that I mentioned earlier, who's now my roommate, and I were playing Borderlands. We were playing it over the internet. I probably stayed up for like 10 o'clock one day to probably like through all the night, and we played Borderlands, and that was probably it. What is the gayest sex I've ever had? Straight sex. Oh shit, my screen turned off. Ace wanted to know, well, that was Pixelated's question. Ace wanted to know, what is that dick nose flower in your avatar space? That's the little familiar guy that follows you around in Bactai. His name is Otenko. He's like a sun god or something. Tromboner wanted to know if anyone sold me that copy of Cybersled yet. No. No, I already answered that one though. Antipode asked if I had to choose between never eating a burger again and never eating pizza. I would go with burgers because I love burgers. I'm a burger kind of guy. Pizza's a vegetable. I'm not real big on vegetables, but I eat a lot of meat. Antipode also asked, I'm on a desert island with an HD TV. Which 5 movies would you have for this foreseeable future? Probably Ghostbusters. Easily my favorite comedy. The Warriors. That movie, blew my mind when I first saw it. I quote it a lot. It took a lot out of it. October Sky. That's 3. I love October Sky. It's a great movie. 2 more. Blues Brothers. That's a good one. And I guess I'll say the Sonic the Sonic the Hedgehog animated movie. That was not like way up there on my list, but it's the only one I could think of. Alcest said, expenses ignored, what elaborate scheme would you concoct to steal Cybersled from Horseboy? I'd probably convince him to buy one for me, while simultaneously hiring a expert mastermind thief to like break into his house and steal it. But at the same time have a hitman hired to guard Horseboy, without telling him that I'm hiring the thief, so that the hitman kills the thief that's trying to steal it from Horseboy. And then while all that is happening, I would fly to Germany and steal Sliber Sled myself. And then there would be some like some buzzer noises and some classical music, and then Horseboy would wake up and Inception joke. Leon wanted to know, what would you get someone to go to Chicago if they had never been before? Oh, what would you do to get someone to go to Chicago if they had never been there before? I don't know. Pay for the trip, depending on who it is, I guess. I don't know, I hadn't really thought about that one. I thought it said, what would I do if someone was in Chicago for the first time? I was thinking, have them go to Hot Dogs. It's a really good hot dog place. Or take them to the NetherRealm studio. That's the Mortal Kombat team studio is in Chicago. I would take them there. Or maybe the Sears Tower, because I guess that's pretty cool. Alright, that's all the questions I have for now. Keep them coming. Get at me. I'll record another video tomorrow when I have some time and there's more questions. Peace.